It's Week 12 of the NFL. And up next, we'll see the rookie Drake London. He had a standout game 1 week ago with 3 touchdown catches. It's the Falcons and the Commanders, and it's all up next.
We are technically 5 miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the Washington Commanders. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Falcons in this matchup. Their offense is a unit that's not afraid to take chances out there, but not always for the better. What do you see them trying to do here?
I think they'll continue to take those chances, Brandon, but to me, they have to do it in a measured way. And what I mean by that, they can't just come into a game and throw caution to the wind and just say we're going to run a bunch of gadget plays, a lot of reverses, end arounds, all of those things. They've got to identify the spots where they want those plays to pay off, which means you have to set them up, and then when they present themselves, take full advantage.
Playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. So here are the Commanders making their way out. They'll be brought out by a player who was undrafted back in 2015 out of Old Dominion. Last season, his first as a starter. It's Taylor Heineke.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets, and bottom line, how do they get a win?
Heineke's throw complete to Dotson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. Throwing, Heineke. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Play action now. Here's Heineke. It fights him off. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Falcons say they have it. They do. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Well, the Falcons now get to stretch their wings on offense here, and a quarterback for them is a former 2nd overall pick who spent 4 seasons as a starter in Tennessee, Marcus Mariota.
Coming out of Oregon as the Heisman Trophy winner, we thought that this guy was headed towards superstardom, and while he didn't quite reach those heights, he did have some flashes along the way. And right now, his athleticism continues to keep him in the league. Still has a good arm, mobile, a great guy to have in the locker room. He can win if given an opportunity.
And he'll get this one down to about the 27. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. 3rd down, here's Patterson. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves them a few inches short here on 4th down. Their bread and butter is their passing game. After that last play, maybe they need to go back to that passing game.
Well, what's been good for them along the way is they understand their identity. They are a passing team, but they do like to mix in the run every now and then just to keep people off balance. Didn't work very well on that one, but all in all, I like their philosophy.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Commanders going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Heineke's throw into the hands of McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Heineke on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Heineke to throw it. Flush to his right. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Heineke now looking to throw on first down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
First down, Heineke. This pass hauled in by Dotson. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And they'll throw again, Heineke. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Not the 1st and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession. So crisis averted, but now facing 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Heineke. Being chased out left. And the pressure gets to him again. A nightmare on 3rd and goal. He's sacked, and multiple players broke through the line to get him.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Sly able to put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points, get 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue, because you know after the sack there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it 1st and 10. They go play action. Mariota. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half here. Mariota rolling to, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So we've reached halftime. It'll pass the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, a combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Well, the final weekend of November is upon us. Boy, can you believe December right around the corner? Always seems to get here quickly. But coming up tonight, we wrap up the holiday weekend with the Packers and Eagles from Philly at 8:20 Eastern. Then tomorrow night, we wrap up Cyber Monday with the Steelers and Colts from Indianapolis. Throws right back to London, complete again. Touchdown, Falcons! And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone. And
you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. First chance for the Commanders offense now as they head out for their opening series of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Second down and a run by Robinson. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. Here's Tressway now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
Offside. Defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here's Tressway now. And now we've got whistles. I think we had a defender too eager to go for the block. So a 5-yard swing, but still 4th down.
You just wonder if the punt team used up something there that they didn't need to, right? Draw them off sides, but it still doesn't get them a 1st down. I used that one on 4th and 5 or less.
Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down and close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And he'll be brought down at what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd and 8 coming up. Back near his goal line, Mariota. That's brought in downfield by London. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. And now they're in the hurry-up. On play action, Mariota. This pass is caught by London. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Play fake, Mariota. And caught by London. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Mariota. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to perhaps salt this one away. Koo knocks this one through the post. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So here's Heineke and the Commanders. Down by 10. A minute 50 to play. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Heineke. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. Fourth down, Heineke. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. And that one, Charles, is just going to about wrap up what was no doubt a dominating defensive performance.
Yeah, I don't care what team it is. I don't care who you play, whether they're strong offensively or not. Just giving up 3 points in the NFL, that's absolutely a dominant performance and one that they can build on.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense set to take over again. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, throwing back across his body. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Throwing here, Mariota. And this one's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll run with Patterson. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Cordero Patterson with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Washington ready to try again on offense. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Heineke, and that is incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
35 yards that time on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Mariota here to throw. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Play action now, Mariota. Into the hands of London. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left.
First down, Falcons.
Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. The left hash mark. This a 43-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles. But in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear. And they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Atlanta, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Washington, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.